Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. I am so pumped to have you here today because, well, we are completely decoding the massive 2025 and 2026 updates to Snapchat's monetization programs. If you've been sitting there wondering how creators are actually turning their snaps into serious revenue, you are in exactly the right place. So grab your notepad because we're about to go through the complete roadmap.
Okay, let's dive into this. Because we really need to shatter the myth that Snapchat is just an app for sending disappearing photos or basic messages to your friends. That landscape, it's fundamentally shifted. Right now, creators are cashing out real, tangible money. We're talking a baseline of $100 to over $500 on a regular basis. Some of these creators are pulling in millions of views and building massive followings using highly specific strategies that literally turn this platform into a revenue engine. And today, we're unpacking exactly how they do it. Here is our roadmap for the day. We'll start with the new reality of Snapchat, break down unified content monetization, and explore Lens creator rewards. Then we'll cover your account and payout setup, navigate the Snapchat Ads Manager, and finally lock in those winning content strategies.
All right, Section 1, the new Snapchat reality beyond filters.
So, operating on Snapchat today means stepping into a highly structured ecosystem. And honestly, it requires some serious patience. Here's the biggest hurdle that trips up new creators. Snapchat's monetization program is strictly invite-only. You know how on YouTube you just hit your metrics, click an apply button, and trigger a review? Yeah, Snapchat doesn't work that way at all. Instead, the platform's internal system is constantly reviewing accounts behind the scenes. When you finally meet their strict automated criteria, they'll shoot an official invite directly to the email address tied to your account. You can't force an application, and no third party can grant you access. You literally just have to build your presence and let the algorithm come to you.
Moving on to Section 2, Unified Content Monetization, hitting the metrics.
Starting back in 2025, Snapchat rolled out this major unified program that places revenue-generating ads in Spotlight videos as well as public stories. But to even get a foot in the door, there's a massive baseline requirement. You absolutely need 50,000 followers. Plus, you've got to be at least 18 years old or the age of legal majority in your country, live in an eligible region, and be consistently posting highly original, advertiser-friendly content. No small feat, right?
Now, it's actually kind of fascinating how these overlapping data paths harmonize. To trigger that invite within a 28-day window, you've got options. You can aim for 10 million Snap views, 1 million Spotlight views, or hit somewhere between 12,000 and 15,000 hours of total watch time. And alongside whichever path you choose, you absolutely have to be consistent, posting at least 25 times a month spread out across at least 10 different days. But hey, pay close attention to that 2026 rule at the bottom. There is a strict mandate taking full effect in May 2026. To qualify for maximum creator rewards, you must continuously maintain at least 100 hours of total Spotlight view time over a rolling 28-day period. Honestly, this is the absolute key metric you'll be obsessing over in your daily rewards eligibility dashboard.
Let's shift gears to Section 3, Lens Creator Rewards, Monetizing AR.
If you're a bit more on the technical side, Snapchat offers an incredibly lucrative path for developers building interactive augmented reality experiences. Basically, you can monetize these AR lenses in two distinct ways. But keep in mind, you can only enroll a single lens in one payout option at a time. First up, we've got Lens Plus payouts, which launched in October 2025. This lets approved creators mark their lenses as exclusive for Lens Plus and Platinum subscribers, earning revenue directly on engagement. On the flip side, we have Top Performer payouts. This program rewards lenses that blow up and become highly popular within their first 90 days, driven by the total number of unique users who post a snap using your lens.
So the crucial point here is understanding exactly what will not get you paid. Snapchat's moderation is super strict on this because they really want to inspire highly interactive AR. If you're just slapping on basic color filters, simple skin smoothing, static 2D images, borders, or, worst of all, simply copying someone else's successful lens, yeah, you won't be eligible for Top Performer payouts. The experience absolutely has to be dynamic and thoroughly original.
All right, Section 4, Account and Payout Setup, Getting Your Money.
Look, hitting those massive viewership metrics is really only half the battle. If your back-end logistics aren't set up perfectly, you are not going to see a dime. Let's walk through the creator funnel chronologically. Your absolute mandatory first step: switching your standard account over to a public profile. Without this, monetization is literally impossible. Next, you need to dive into your settings and enable payout notifications. When you finally hit your metrics and snag an award, you'll be directed to the Rewards Hub. That's where you'll submit your basic verification info as an individual creator. Finally, you'll get an access code to set up your payout portal, which uses Hyperwallet to connect directly to your local bank account. Smooth and simple.
Let's break down how this actually builds into the currency mechanics. When you earn on Snapchat, you're initially awarded what the platform calls crystals. These crystals sit right there in your rewards hub and typically take about 14 days to clear and show up in your available balance. And just like YouTube, Snapchat enforces a minimum payout threshold. Your crystals have to convert to an equivalent of at least $100 before you can trigger a daily cash out to your bank.
Section 5. Snapchat Ads Manager Global Workarounds.
So navigating the business backend isn't identically smooth for everyone. Creators in certain regions like Pakistan and India often face some pretty unique banking constraints when trying to run their own ads or manage profiles. To combat this, our sources note a very specific workaround strategy, the prepaid card strategy. It's essentially designed to systematically safeguard your financial assets from random platform bans. Here is exactly how that process mechanically works. Instead of linking an ads manager directly to their main profile, creators sign up using a totally separate email and password. Then, in the payment methods dashboard, instead of attaching a credit card for continuous billing, they select the prepaid account option. They'll attach a card just long enough to load $50 to $100 in upfront ad credit. Then, and this is the absolutely critical part, they immediately remove the bank card from the system. By doing this, if the ad account ever gets flagged or suspended for a minor violation, the physical bank card isn't permanently blacklisted by Snapchat. It completely protects the card so the creator can safely use it on a different account down the road. Pretty clever, right?
And finally, Section 6. Winning Content Strategies, the Blueprint. Let's bring all this technical setup back to the actual art of creation. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact blueprint derived from creators who are actually seeing those real payouts. First off, for Spotlight videos to be eligible to earn revenue, they absolutely must be over 1 minute long. You're really aiming for that 60 to 90-second sweet spot. You've also got to stick to one specific niche, like comedy or cars, just to train the algorithm and build a dedicated audience. Consistency is everything, as is chatting and engaging with your community in the replies. Also, every single video needs relevant topic hashtags attached before you hit send. And finally, prioritize dynamic motion and bright colors in the very first second to hook the viewer. Oh, and never, ever rely on unoriginal, copy-pasted content.
To balance out all these heavy data requirements and system algorithms, I really want to share a translated quote from one of our successful creator sources. It perfectly sums up the human element of this platform. Don't just run after monetization. Build an audience, build trust, improve quality, and the money will automatically follow. It's so true. Without that foundation of genuine effort and trust, the metrics simply aren't going to happen for you.
And that brings us to the end of our roadmap. We've covered the metrics, the unified updates, the AR lenses, and the back-end payouts. The ecosystem is primed, the opportunities are very real, but the execution? Well, that is entirely up to you. So I'll leave you with this question. Which revenue stream will you build on Snapchat first? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.